interpolators that will take it up first item tomorrow on the agenda. So move, Mr. President.
So you're moving to suspend?
Yes.
I was about to recognize Senator Lito Lapid. He has a lot to say about... he has plenty to say about the debates. So... Tomorrow.
Tomorrow na lang. We will have to ask him to hold his horses until tomorrow.
His horse.
Hold his horse.
I think he was enjoined to join the two
Debate.
Kapampangans.
That's right. They're Kapampangans.
Yes, and he said he was
Marcoleta,
he said he
Senator
was going
Pangilinan.
to interject in Kapampangan also.
We will await that tomorrow, Mr. President.
All right. Sige. So the motion is to suspend consideration. Hearing no objection, consideration of the resolution is suspended.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next on the agenda is an act mandating the establishment of multi-faith prayer and quiet rooms. I move that we resume consideration Senate Bill number 1629 under Committee Report number 23.
Any objection? Hearing none, consideration of 1629 under Committee Report 23 is in order.
May we recognize the sponsor, Senator Robin Hood Padilla, and to interpolate, we'll just ask for a minute suspension, Mr. President, to ask our colleague, Senator Pia Cayetano, to be ready with her interpolations, Mr. President. Oh, there she is.
Oh, she's here. Sige. Senator Robin Padilla is
Thank you.
recognized to sponsor, to continue sponsoring the measure. What is the parliamentary status, Majority Leader?
The parliamentary status, Mr. President, is that we're in the period of interpellations, Mr. President. So if we can recognize the two colleagues of ours. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yes, Senator Pia Cayetano is recognized. Period of interpellation.
Thank you, Mr. President. May we ask the sponsor if he is willing to answer some clarificatory questions?
Opo, tayo po ay nagagalak at makasagot ng mga katanungan po ng ating senadora mula po sa Taguig.
Thank you, Mr. President. We note that it's a fairly straightforward bill. It's 4 pages. Hindi naman po siya komplikado. Ang intindi po natin sa intensyon nitong bill na ito ay magkaroon ng multi-faith prayer and quiet room sa mga public offices and sa iba't ibang public-facing establishments. Tama ho ba?
Opo, ito po ay ating isinusulong na magkaroon po ng lugar yung ating mga kababayan kung sila po ay magkaroon ng tahimik na lugar upang makapagdasal po at kanilang maisagawa ang kanila pong pananampalataya, anuman po ang relihiyon.
Okay. So, kadalasan pag ako ay nag-i-interpolate, nagpo-focus din ako sa definition of terms because when the bill is implemented, dun ho nagkakatalo sa mga definition of terms para malaman kung sino yung sakop, kung ano yung mga dapat gawin. So I will do that now, Mr. President. Umpisa tayo na ang isang definition of terms, tatlo lang naman ang dinidefine dito, is yung public offices. So basic naman ito, national government agencies, GOCCs, government financial institutions, state universities and colleges, and local government units. Doon ako magtatanong sa local government units. Pag sinabi bang local government units, ano ho ba ang sakop ng local government units?
Siyempre po, kasama po dyan ang opisina ng gobernador, opisina po ng mayor, hanggang sa barangay po, inaasahan po natin na lahat po sila ay makabilang dito po sa ating panukala.
Okay, so nabanggit nyo from governor's office to barangay office, ang intention ninyo, ang nais ninyo ay lahat sila susunod dito sa bill na ito kung saan ay magpapatayo sila ng multi-faith prayer and quiet room, no? Tama ho ba?
Yung pong option na magtatayo, maganda po yun. Kung hindi naman po kailangan magtayo, pwede naman po silang magbigay ng isang lugar kung saan po yung existing po nila na building, pwede po sila doon maglagay ng isang kwarto, isang lugar. Opo.
Yes, kasi ang sabi nyo sa Section 4, all covered public offices shall establish at least one MFQR or designate existing areas within the respective premises as MFQR. So, I suppose what you meant by pwedeng paggamit is yun yung designate, yung nandun na, hindi magpapatayo ng bagong facility. Tama ho?
Opo, kung meron na po sana, kung magbibigay po sila, katulad po dito sa atin, noong bago po akong dumating dito, bagamat national po tayo, pero tayo po ay nagpapasalamat dahil sa dumating po ako dito, meron na pong existing na prayer room. At yun po ay isang halimbawa na hindi na po nagpagawa. Kung
Saan
hindi
ho yun? Saan ho yun sa Senate?
Diyan po sa baba,
Saan baba?
sa basement po.
Pero napansin ko, nagpe-pray din kayo dun sa smoking room natin.
Opo, minsan po kasi hindi na po ako umaabot sa prayer time.
So, dyan na kayo. Kung saan kayo abutin?
Ang katunayan po, sa isang Muslim po, ang buong mundo, kahit saang lugar, wag lang po sa toilet, yan po ay, ang tingin namin po dyan talaga, ay pwede po magdasal kahit saan. Wag lang po sa loob ng toilet. Opo. Pero napakaganda po na meron pong lugar na dasalan sapagkat siyempre po yung katahimikan ay inaasam din po namin yon na merong katahimikan talaga. Pero kung hindi po maiwasan, kahit saan po, katunayan po, kahit sa gitna, wag lang naman po sa kalsada talaga. Tumatabi po ako, nagpa-parking po ako sa gilid, dadasal din po ako. Kaya lang siyempre, hindi po natin maiwasan na may mga pagkakataon na hindi tahimik yung lugar. Kaya po sana, ang hinihiling namin, magkaroon po ng isang lugar talaga na tahimik.
I can only speak from experience as raised as a Catholic and then a practicing Christian. Kahit saan naman din po nagdadasal. Di ko masasagot yung ibang relihiyon, pero dun sa naging karanasan ko, kahit saan naman po. So yung mahiling magdasal ng rosaryo, makikita mo sa kotse, sa gilid-gilid, sa kwarto, kung kahit saan nagdadasal. Ganun din ako as a Christian. So balik ako dito sa question ko on local government kasi familiar po tayo na marami na ho tayong nabisita na barangay offices, in fact even na mga municipal halls na napakasikip, napakaliit. Yung isang maliit na lugar, yun na ho yung opisina ni barangay captain, ni kapitan, yun na rin yung meeting hall nila ng lahat ng kagawad, yun na rin yung receiving ng lahat ng hundreds of requests ng mga constituents nila at lahat na ng ganap kung meron man silang mga iba pang kailangan ibigay na serbisyo, nandun lahat yon sa isang kwarto. So, medyo na problema lang ako na ma-imagine ko na paano kaya nila, paano pa sila magdi-designate doon ng ganong lugar. Kasi talagang reality is, napakasikip. And then, nataon lang naman na si Senator Alan kanina, nung siya ay nagbigay ng kanyang ano ba yun? Manifestation about the EDCOM report, kinuwento nga niya kung gaano kahirap sa napakaraming LGU magpatayo ng maayos na eskwelahan dahil napakaliit na nung mga lugar. So katulad ko again, to just by analogy, ako ay isang advocate ng health and ng sports. Pero maraming eskwelahan na wala nang space para gawin yon kasi nga napakasikip. So this is a reality that we are faced with. I would like to know from the sponsor how he intends this bill to be implemented under these circumstances, whether it's a barangay, it's an LGU that is a barangay office, or it is a municipal office, municipal munisipyo.
Opo. Napakaganda pong katanungan yan. Doon po sa ating panukala, ito po ay hindi nagsasaad na parang obligasyon po nila, no? Obligatory po nilang gagawin. Ano? Ang atin pong nakalagay dyan ay kung papayagan nila at naaayon po sa kanila, ay pwede po sila. Ano? Malaya po silang maglagay. Kung hindi naman po talaga at walang lugar, ay hindi naman po dapat problemahin yon.
Saan po nakasulat yun na hindi sila obligado at malaya silang maglagay kung gusto nila? Saan po yun sa sa bill?
Nandiyan po.
Saan po? Pakituro po.
Ang nakalagay po dyan, walang penalty. Opo, ibig sabihin, hindi ka maobligado. Pag walang penalty, pwede mong ilagay, pwede mong hindi. Kasi wala naman po siyang penalty clause. Yun naman po yung ating tinitindigan. Kasi doon po kasi yun, sa usapin ng kung may penalty, maobligado kang ilagay. Kung wala naman penalty, di wag mo ilagay. Mauuwi po yan doon sa usapin na bilang ito ay may kinalaman sa ating pananampalataya. Maging Muslim ka, maging Katoliko ka o anuman ang iyong pananampalataya, nasa iyo na pong desisyon yan kung gusto mong maglagay. Kasi meron nga naman po tayong, di ba po, meron naman po tayong smoking area, meron po tayong breastfeeding area, meron din po naman sigurong puwang para magkaroon din po sa quiet room na lalo po ngayon ng ating mga kababayan, alam niyo po, meron pong isang lumabas na data na ang mga Pilipino ay may mental health, ano? At ang ating pong morality, ang ating spiritual ay bumababa. Kaya po ito po ay isinusulong natin upang magkaroon po tayo ng quiet time. Meron pong isang lugar na puntahan ng ating mga kababayan kapag sila po'y nalulumo. Pero hindi po ito isang bagay po na ipinagpipilitan po namin o ito po'y kailangan gawin natin. Ito po ay isang bagay na maluwalhati mong gagawin. At kung sa palagay niyo po ay mahirap naman po itong gawin sa barangay, pwede po nating i-amend. Mag-amend po tayo at tanggalin po natin yung barangay. Ito po ay isang bagay na maluwalhati po nating gagawin. Ito po ay dapat kusang loob po nating gagawin.
I think His Honor is confusing yung kusang loob ng gagamit ng kwarto, yung magdadasal, at yung kusang loob ng magpapatayo. Magkaiba ho yun. Yung kagustuhan ng isang tao na gumamit ng prayer room, choice niya po talaga yon. Pero yung magpapatayo, depende yun sa papaano natin sinulat ang bill na ito. So sa Section 4, sabi dito, all covered public offices and public-facing establishments nationwide shall establish at least one MFQR, multi-faith prayer and quiet room. So nakalagay po dyan shall. So kahit saan pong, I think kahit sinong law student ang tanungin mo, kahit anong interpretation ang gawin mo, and I don't think we have to even interpret it. I think sabi nga ng Senate President, hindi na kailangan i-interpret yung maliwanag ng intindihin. Pag sinabing shall, kailangan pong gawin. So maybe His Honor would want to reconsider the wording if his intention. Ako naman po nagtatanong lang para yung objective ng ating sponsor, matulungan din natin masulat, no, para walang confusion. Kung ang intention is for the public offices to have the option to put this up, then we humbly suggest that His Honor may want to reconsider the use of the word shall, because in all my review of any law, shall is mandatory, Mr. President.
Alam niyo po, wala naman pong dapat pagtalunan po dyan kung sa palagay po ng ating senadora ay dapat palitan at amendahan. Ay wala pong problema. Tayo po, ang tinitindigan po natin lagi sa usapin na ito ay ang freedom of religion. Iyan po ay nasa ating saligang batas. At iyan po ay hinihiling natin sa ating mga kasama na maisagawa namin at maisagawa ng ibang pananampalataya din ang kanilang mga gawain espiritual. At ito naman po ay isang bagay na siguro naman sa bansang Pilipinas ay wala naman po sigurong kokontra sa usapin ng pananampalataya. Yun nga pong maninigarilyo, binigyan natin ng pagkakataon na magkaroon sila ng lugar. Yung pong ating mga nanay, nabigyan din po sila ng lugar. Yung po siguro magdadasal at hihingi ng patnubay sa Panginoon Diyos. Hihingi ng tulong sa Panginoon Diyos. Ito po ba ay isang bagay na dapat pagtalunan? Ako po'y handang tumanggap ng kahit anong amendment, kahit kanino. Hindi po ako makikipagtalo dahil dito sa usapin na ito.
Ako naman po, Mr. President, hindi rin nakikipagtalo. Nag-share lang po ako ng aking mga observations as a legislator, as a lawyer, in the hope na ang ating kasamahan, mabigyan niya ng liwanag kung ano yung nakasulat at ano yung iniisip niyang objective. Yung magkasundo yung objective na yon sa nakasulat. Wala ho tayong binabawasan na karapatan ng ating mga kababayan. Tayo po ay nagbibigay lang ng observations para makonsider ng sponsor kung yung intention niya, mangyayari yon in the manner that is written in the law. Because at the end of the day, it is not what we say verbally that will be implemented. It is what is written in the bill that we pass. So that is the only reason, Mr. President, that I am pointing out what is written in the bill that His Honor is sponsoring.
Alam niyo po, Ginoong Pangulo, lahat po ng aming kakayahan sa aming komite para ito po ay lumusot at maging committee, maisulong sa committee report. Ang una pong pinanggalingan po nito ay galing po sa talino at mungkahi at panukala po ni Senator Mark Villar. Siya po ang nag-sponsor nito, nagbigay po sa akin, siya po ang nag-author nito. At ito po ay nasa 19th Congress pa hanggang dinala ko na po dito sa 20th Congress. Ito
Mr.
po
President,
ay...
Okay naman po yung history, pero sa akin lang naman po, pinaparating ko po sa inyo na pag-isipan nyo lang po yung word na shall.
Opo,
Yun lang po. Hindi na ho natin kailangan i-argue because I agree with you 100% that people should have the right to pray. If we can support the right to prayer by giving them a quiet room, I support it, Mr.
Opo.
President.
Opo.
I am simply asking that His Honor take a look at the way it is worded to make sure that the objective that he hopes to achieve will be achieved properly, because there's a big difference between thinking that it is mandatory and then thinking that is voluntary and then having a bill that does not reflect one or the other. Yun lang po. I'm
Opo.
happy to move on, Mr. President.
Tama po. Pinapaliwanag ko lang po kung paano po yung progress ng bill na ito.
Opo.
Na lahat po ng klase na ang suggestion ng ibang tao ay tinatanggap po natin sapagkat naniniwala po tayo na kapag tayo pinagtulong-tulungan natin, ang makikinabang po dito ay ang ating mga kababayan. Pinapaliwanag ko lang po, binibigyan ko lang po kayo ng backstory kung paano po ito na-develop. Yun lamang po, wala naman po tayong gustong sabihin, kundi tatanggapin ko po lahat ng gusto po ninyong amendment.
Actually, on this note, Mr. President, binabalik ko po sa inyo as sponsor kung ano ho yung intention nyo. Wala ako at this point, wala ho akong personal na amendment na iminumungkahi. Pinapaliwanag ko lang, yung choice of words seems to be different from the intention of His Honor. Kaya hindi ho sa akin manggagaling yung amendment unless His Honor would seek my assistance. I'm just simply pointing out na yung sinabi niyong hindi mandatory, it is not reflected in the bill that uses the word shall. I'm ready to move on, Mr. President. I just wanted to point that out.
Opo, sa palagay po ba ninyo, ano po ang dapat po nating mailagay dyan para po sa kabutihan ng lahat? Palitan po natin yung shall. Sa inyo pong palagay.
Depende po
Bilang
yun.
kayo po ay matagal na po dito sa Senado, ano po ang pinakamaganda pong ilagay natin dyan sa shall?
If you don't mind, I have a proposal.
Of course, Mr. President.
Instead of the word shall on line 19, page 2, replace it with will. And then after premises, include the phrase wherever possible or as far as practical.
Or Mr. President, just to
Di ba?
even make it simpler, just put the word may.
All right.
Instead
Okay,
of shall,
Mr. Will,
may.
may. may establish, one, tapos after respective premises, wherever possible
Applicable
or practical.
or practicable.
Or practical. Ayan, sagot na yun. Nasagot na yung gusto ni Senator Padilla at yung mawawala yung apprehension ni Senator Cayetano, if that is. But we can do that during the period of period of amendments.
Yun nga,
Just a
yun lang.
suggestion. Thank
Tama
you.
po. I appreciate that, Mr. President, and His Honor can consider it. He can take the suggestion of His Honor as supported by the majority floor leader. I did have a thought when His Honor was saying that. Siguro, and this is where I could also support the sponsor's objective, a phrase like when availability of space is an issue, subject to style, of course. Yung sa madaling salita sa Tagalog, pag wala talagang lugar, kailangan mag-designate ng room na parang co-sharing for other purposes. Kasi yung intention naman natin is, wag nyo naman i-prevent ang isang gustong magdasal ng tahimik na sasabihin na hindi ka pwede dito kasi ito ginagamit namin sa ganito. Yun yung gusto natin na kung wala na talagang paglalagyan kasi nakikita mo nyo naman siguro, gusto ko nga tanungin yung mga, si Sherwin na ang daming tinabaho sa department, ang public works secretary, ang public works chairman natin, then of course the chairman of the Committee on Finance, alam nila yon na ang daming multi-use buildings, multi-purpose buildings na yung footprint niyan, ang liit-liit, tapos pataas yung gawa nila kasi wala nang spasyo. So yun lang naman yung point ko, Mr. President. I'm pretty sure we can find the right wording to ensure that people will have a place to pray. But it may have to be multi-use with other functions. And I'd like to share, I wish nga I had the clip but I have this favorite sitcom that I watch. It's about the life of employees in a big supermarket. Then yung babae doon, nabuntis ng anak, kailangan niya mag-pump ng kanyang breast, kailangan niyang maglabas ng gatas niya. So nakahanap siya ng isang storage room, doon siya magpa-pump. Pagpasok niya, nagulat siya kasi yung kanyang kasamahan sa trabaho na who is a practicing Muslim, nandun nagdadasal. So nagkagulatan sila na, dito ako nagdadasal. Hindi, dito ako nagpa-pump. Anong gagawin natin? So naging common time nila. Pinapakita doon, halika na, magdasal ka na, tapos magpa-pump na ako. Sabay sila doon. It was kind of funny because yung nagdadasal, naiirita siya dun sa sound ng pump. So nagre-reklamo siya. Pero wala silang magagawa kasi ganon. So I wanted to share that kasi pag may gustong gawin at may gustong maghanap ng paraan, makahanap naman ng paraan. It's not ideal, but they were able to make it work. So yun lang naman yung gusto kong ma-elicit sa discussion na to, na paano bang gagawin natin dun sa mga lugar. I would hate to say it because I would hate somebody to have to pray in a smoking room. Ayoko naman sana na the only room that they could provide is the smoking room. Kaya ka nga nagdadasal, you're thanking God for your body and your life, tapos doon ka magdadasal sa smoking room. Sana naman hindi. In the same way na wag sa banyo, siguro naman ilagay na rin natin doon na wag naman sa smoking room din. Maghanap naman ng iba. Kung kailangan niya gamitin yung room ng chairman, then gamitin niya yung room ng chairman. In the same way sa office ko, because I am a pro-breastfeeding advocate, I told all my staff, and marami na sa kanilang nabuntis, nanganak, nagpadede doon, use my office. Kasi yung office natin, minsan one room lang ang private room natin sa Senate office, di ba? Sa Senator's office, banyo, tapos yung room ng Senator. So sabi ko, gamitin nyo, kung magpapump kayo, mag-lock kayo ng pinto, pwede yan. So pwede naman gawa ng paraan kung gusto. Gusto ko lang maliwanag ang wording natin, Mr. President. I'll go on to the next, if it's okay with the sponsor.
If I may, Mr. President, just with the indulgence of our dear colleagues, Mr.
Good.
President.
Senator Villanueva with the permission of the two senators on the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to put on record, I fully support this measure. In fact, I'm one of the co-authors, Mr. President. I was listening attentively upstairs, Mr. President, and when it was mentioned about the suggestion of the Senate President and the Majority Leader, Mr. President, I'm just a bit concerned of the fact that we are deliberating on a measure to mandate our government, local government units and
Private.
itong national government, Mr. President. If we are not going to mandate and we will delete the word shall, Mr. President, we might not be needing to tackle about this because at the same time, ano naman pala freewheeling lang So the main reason why we're pushing for this measure is that we are mandating. And that's the main reason, Mr. President, that the word shall is in the bill itself and with the proviso, Mr. President, na may pondo, merong lugar, merong pwedeng gawin. So just want to put that on record, Mr. President. But at the proper time also, we will participate in the period of amendments. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, dear colleagues.
Yes.
Thank you, Senator Pino.
While you have mentioned that, you might as well consider the possibility, and I hope Senator Padilla will consider the possibility during the period of amendments, that we amend the title. And instead of using mandating, we use promoting. Mas maganda pa. Promoting the establishment of multi-faith prayer. Wala tayong diba, wala tayong mababunggo sa kaisipan ng iba. Anyway, at the proper time. Thank you, Senator Villanueva. You may continue, please.
Thank you, Senator
Cayetano.
Villanueva. So, I'll move on kasi I think we've established the reality that there may be areas that it would be difficult due to space constraints to mandate a room dedicated to a dedicated prayer room. But we've also established, at least in the exchange, that a multi-use room to give those who want to pray a quiet space to pray subject to style will be included here. So my next question is consistent with making sure that it is clear to us what is it we are establishing. So this room, according to Section 5, has a minimum design and facility requirement. The MFQR shall have a minimum floor area commensurate with the expected number of users to be determined by the public office or public-facing establishment. In addition, the MFQR design shall take into consideration the following: clean flooring suitable for kneeling. I think that is, my opinion, I think that is more than acceptable kasi public office to, siguro naman dapat malinis naman yon. So, sa akin po, walang problema yon. Letter B, shoe rack. Maliit lang naman ng space yan, siguro naman, kaya naman gawa ng paraan yan. Kung hindi man shoe rack, I don't know, a place to put your shoes, something like that. Adequate ventilation and lighting, I think that's also a given. It's a public office. There should be adequate lighting and ventilation. D, multilingual signage with international quiet room symbol. I have no problem with this. I just don't know why a multilingual signage is required. If this is in a small municipality or barangay, are they expecting foreign visitors? But again, it's minor to me, so it's not really an issue. I would just like His Honor to comment later on how important that is. The last item is what I'd like to have a little bit clarity on. It's called the ablution facilities or washroom or a wash area for ritual cleansing that is equipped with low faucet, bidet, or foot washing basins, non-slip flooring, and proper drainage, provided that the ablution facility shall be within 30 meters from the MFQR or inside the same facility where practicable, that these ablution facilities shall be gender-sensitive, accessible, and hygienic, provided further shall remain available for other cleansing or preparatory practices in a manner that is inclusive, neutral, and respectful of diverse beliefs and needs. So again, in my visits to barangay halls, barangay offices, ang concern ko nga again is the limited space. And sometimes there's not even a bathroom there. The bathroom would be in the multipurpose hall or even in the gymnasium, which I don't really know if they are actually within 30 meters. And then to provide for piping, if there is no water facility, if there's a bathroom nearby, then we know that there is piping available. If there is none, then they would have to connect with the nearest piping system in the area. And so I do know that this would be an additional cost, not to mention the issue of whether there is space for the wash area, the ablution facility. So Is His Honor amenable to this being also subject to it being a requirement as far as practicable also? O may iba ba, like possible ba na magdala ng basin ang nangangailangan ng tubig? Kasi it is not my religion, so I am not familiar. I would love to be able to support all religions, pero yun nga, yung hanggat sa kakayanan naman nung public office naman po sana.
Opo, napakaganda po ng inyong iminungkahi. Ang katunayan po, yung patungkol po dyan, inuulit ko po, depende po yan sa space nung lugar at yung usapin po, kasi doon po sa ating panukala, kapabilang po dyan yung mga lugar na katulad po ng mga malls, kung mababasa niyo po dyan, yung mga public places po, ano? Doon po naman natin ilalagay yon dahil meron naman po sila doon designated ng mga toilet. Opo. Na po pwede po sana, makikiusap po tayo sa kanila, diyan po sa pamamagitan ng panukala na yan, na maglagay po sila noong laboratory po. Ano? Kasi minsan, pagka kami po, experience ko po yan, minsan meron ngang prayer room, meron silang designated, katulad po sa Green Hills, ano, meron po dyan na prayer room. Pero yung kanila pong toilet, wala namang masasabi po nating ugasan ng paa. Kaya po ang nangyayari, tinataas po namin yung paa namin doon sa laboratory na hindi naman po kaaya-aya doon naman sa ibang gumagamit ng toilet. Kaya po naisip namin na baka po pwede pong kasi yan na rin po yung practice sa ibang ASEAN, ano, sa ibang bansa, na meron na po doon isang lugar na pwede po yung laboratory ay sakto na po sa paa para hindi na po itinataas doon sa laboratory na pangkamay. Kaya po nailagay namin yan dyan na baka po pwedeng mailagay na rin po doon sa toilet na yon. At isinangguni din po natin yan doon po sa aming TWG, na isinangguni po namin yan doon sa mga private sector. At ganun din naman po, no, nung kausap po namin si Senator Mark Villar bilang sila din po ay developer. Sila din po ang nagsabi na hindi naman mahirap gawin yan na maglagay ng ganung klase. Kaya po namin na ipasok yan dyan para kaaya-aya po sa lahat na maging maganda lang. Kasi pag nag-ugas po kami sa isang toilet, talagang basang-basa po yung lugar. Kasi nga po, halos buong katawan po namin yung aming inuugasan. Kaya po yung pati yung flooring nababasa. Kaya para po maging maayos para sa lahat, kung pwede naman po, ay makapaglagay po nung laboratory na yon. At yun naman po ay hindi rin naman po namin yan ipipilit doon sa mga walang lugar. Dahil kami din po, katulad ko po, pagka ako po ay maggagawa ng ablution o nung tinatawag po naming purification, may dala din po akong tubig kung wala naman. Bottled water, kahit saan naman po. Yun lang man pong kung pwede at kung meron.
Okay. So actually, Mr. President, I am ignorant about practices of other religions to some extent. I mean, to the extent that it's public info, medyo may alam tayo. Pero like katulad nito, hindi ko alam na. So ang ibig nyo sabihin pala na pwede naman palang itong pinaka-ablution facilities nyo is within the restroom. Pwede
Opo.
pala.
Opo.
Ayun, hindi ko kasi alam yun eh. So akala ko magpapatayo pa ng hiwalay, restroom nga lang, yung ibang barangay hall, wala nga silang restroom nearby. So yung gano'n, walang problema sa inyo na wala doon kasi ni restroom wala. Ang sinasabi lang nyo, kung may restroom na rin lang, edi for future developments, palagyan na rin ng facility or that would be a faucet na lower para magawa nyo yung kailangan yung gawin. Yun lang naman yung
Opo,
pinaka-importante sa inyo.
Opo.
I agree kasi dun sa sinabi nyo na hindi mahirap yun. Kaya nga ang sinabi ko, kung may mga piping na doon, wala namang problema. Kasi
Opo.
isang pipe lang yun, tapos isang gripo na lalabas doon. Kasi hindi ko alam na okay pala sa inyo na mismong nasa toilet. Okay,
Opo.
I mean not toilet, but the restroom.
Opo.
Okay, so mas clear po yun. And nabanggit nyo na rin lang yung areas, no? Kasi ang inuna ko is yung public offices. So meron pang kasama sa definition na sakop dito sa bill, public-facing equipment. So, sorry,
public-facing establishments, and that is defined as it includes private or government-owned facilities that routinely admit the public, such as transportation hubs, airports, seaports, malls, markets, hospitals and health facilities, educational institutions, courts, museums, parks, sports, convention venues, and buildings providing essential frontline services, period. And, I mean, there's exclusions. I won't get into that. So I just have a few clarifications. I feel like the malls, you know, and the transportation hubs are very important because this is actually where you really have people from all walks of life going in and out. So it would be important that even if they are not public offices, mag-provide sila ng facilities na ganito. Tsaka, by nature, medyo malalaki ito. Meron lang akong nakikitang maraming bus terminal na wala masyadong enclosed spaces. Diyan sila medyo mahihirapan. Because we've seen it with our own eyes. I mean, airport, walang problema. Seaport, minsan din, may sobrang liit. Yung parang kulang na, yung talagang ano lang, kung bilihan lang ng ticket, tapos isang maliit na banyo, then parang shed lang. So medyo, hindi ko alam kung saan nila gagawin yun doon. Let's just keep that in mind. Again, if this is practical. Pero dun sa may mga covered, naka-aircon pa na mga spaces, I think that is very doable. So as long as His Honor is clear with the vision, and we can capture that in the way it is written in the bill, I think, ayoko lang kasi na hindi clear yung intention tapos nalilito or magagalit din tayo sa mga magi-implement kasi iba yung intindi nila sa pagkasulat. So I'll mention lang two specific examples na baka kailangan ng further definition. So educational institutions, wala rin tayong problema kasi katulad nung state universities, it is specifically included dun sa public offices. They tend to be big, so siguro kaya naman hanapan yan. But what about a small preschool? Or, you know, yung maliliit na school na, I've seen that kasi yung anak ko nag-aral yan for a short while. Grade school na siya pero dalawa lang yung classroom. As in, dalawang classroom, principal's office, banyo, that's it. Kasi napakaliit na school. Wala talagang paglalagyan doon. So again, okay ba kayo, Mr. Sponsor, if ito nga is again as far as practicable? Di kung kailangan magdasal sa principal's office or something
Yes,
like
ma'am.
that. Kasi nga, alam ko, I don't want them to violate your law.
Yes, ma'am.
Yun yung point ko. Kailangan maliwanag yung expectation natin and then fair din tayo dun sa mga may-ari nitong mga private establishments. So okay yun sa inyo?
Opo, tama po kayo. Kasi ganun din po nangyayari sa aming opisina. Kapag ka hindi po umaabot sa praying time, yung aming mga kapatid na Muslim nyo po doon din po sila. Meron po kaming designated na maliit lang na lugar doon din po sila nagdadasal.
Tapos, ang isa pang word na napansin ko is sports. Nakalagay lang sports. So, siguro ang ibig nyo sabihin dito would be a sports complex. Kasi, merong mga sports facility na napakaliit din, for the same restrictions on space. Pero kung sports complex, katulad ng Rizal Memorial, siguro naman kaya nilang maghanap. So, kung clear po tayo doon and let the record show that His Honor is nodding his head,
Opo.
then I think we won't have a problem. We can just put the same catch-all provisions yung as far as practicable, something like that.
Opo.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Don't
President.
you want to to expound on what you mean by sports? Kasi lahat itong binanggit nyo, lugar ito eh. Hospital,
Oo nga.
educational institution, court, museum, parks. Ang sports hindi lugar yan eh.
Yun nga din po, kaya nga sabi ko, do you mean, ang sinabi ko, do you mean sports complex? Kasi
Well, ilagay
ang
natin.
sports can be so many things eh. It could, yeah, so, ang
So
naisip ko
sports
lang is
facilities, baka dapat sports facilities. Di ba? Or sport complex. Pero hindi pwedeng sports lang because
Opo.
that is not a, hindi lugar yan.
Opo, na ano lang po yun kasi na in general lang po kasi kasama po siya sa mga lugar na yun. Pero ang ibig po namin sabihin doon ay sports complex po.
And again, subject to the space requirement kasi meron tayong nakikita na yung common nga dun sa mga LGU, yung sports multi-use space. Of course, government na yon, pero I'm sure meron din sa private. And then it's literally just, let's say, it's literally just a roof. Tapos may restroom. So wala rin silang means to, sagad na yon. Kunyari yung court, eksakto na yon. Ano na, boundary na. Kapitbahay na yung katabi. So, yun lang naman.
Opo,
Wala na
opo.
siyang pagkukuhaan doon dahil kakainin niya na yung space ng court, di ba? So as long as it's clear, His Honor recognizes na there are areas that are, especially in the metropolitan areas, talagang baw nga ako dun sa mga nag-i-invest ng ganun kasi siniksik nila yung sports facilities just so that magkaroon ng access to sports yung mga tao. So medyo baka masyadong burdensome to require this other facility, pero yun nga, subject to as far as it is practicable, Mr.
Opo.
President. And then I think I only have 1 or 2 questions left. Paano kaya to Section 6 nyo? Kasi it is meant to be a multi-faith prayer and quiet room. But Section 6 specifically says that if they voluntarily comply, they may apply for recognition as Muslim-friendly establishment. So, wala bang ibang religion-friendly establishment? I mean, if it's meant to be Muslim, if it's meant to be multi-faith, then maybe there shouldn't be a specific mention of religion. You can promote that as a benefit, but maybe it shouldn't be there. I don't have strong feelings about it. I'm just pointing out na
Ano po, ito po kasi ay naging practice na po ito pagka tayo po, kapag nag-travel po tayo sa ASEAN, pati na rin po sa Europe, makikita po natin doon sa mga lugar nila, sa mga mall, airport, nakalagay po lagi doon, mayroong prayer room. Yan, At ito pong ating Department of Tourism, meron po silang kampanya na Muslim-friendly areas. Kaya po namin ito gustong samantalahin upang tayo po ay makatulong sa Department of Tourism sa pagpopromote po na dito po sa ating bansa ay welcome po ang mga Muslim na kapag sila po ay pumunta dito, meron po mga Muslim-friendly areas at hindi nila po problemahin po yung mga lugar na pwede po silang magdasal dahil parehas na rin po tayo ng Singapore, ng Thailand, ng Korea, na meron na rin pong mga lugar na designated para po magdasal. Pero hindi po, katulad po din sa ibang bansa, hindi naman po nakalagay doon na pang Muslim ito, nakalagay lang po doon prayer room.
So, ang sa akin lang kasi, what if, because we do our job well and promote it as a multi-faith quiet room, prayer and quiet room, bakit yung acronym nyo wala palang P? Ayaw niyong idagdag pala sa letter A, multi-faith prayer and quiet room. Ayaw niyong lagyan ng P kasi yung acronym niyo is MFQR. Anyway, it's up to His Honor. I'm just pointing it out if you want
Opo.
to add the letter
Opo.
P. So
Yes,
anyway,
ma'am.
I was saying, if we promote this as a multi-faith prayer and quiet room, tapos may mga grupong they want to use that room, let's say malaki-laki yung na-designate ng mall, tapos mag-aano sila doon, magba-Bible study sila doon, magkakantahan, maraming Christian groups pag nag-Bible study may kasamang gitara, may kasamang kantahan. I guess welcome silang gawin yun kasi it's a prayer and quiet room.
Yes, ma'am.
Siguro naman medyo I think it's acceptable for them to do that, but I don't know if it's consistent with the title of the bill na ipopromote siya ngayon as Muslim-friendly establishment because it's a all-religion-friendly establishment. I would like to ask the experts kasi sa akin lang, kailangan consistent tayo sa title ng bill, kailangan germane yung laman ng ating body dun sa title. Kung multi-faith yung pinopromote natin, then I think multi-faith din yata ang mga pangalan or recognition nito.
At tingin ko lang I'm just thinking kasi ayoko lang na makriticize na hindi germane itong mga provisions na to dun sa title, Mr. President.
Ano lang naman po kasi yun, ma'am. Parang gusto lang po natin makatulong talaga sa Department of Tourism sa kanilang promotion po ng ating Muslim-friendly areas. At yun naman po, naniniwala tayo kapag ka nasunod po yung panukala na nakalagay po dyan kung ano yung itsura sana noong lugar, ito po ay kaaya-aya sa mga Muslim at ganun din po sa ibang religion. Kasi ganyan din po sa Brisbane, sa Australia, may ganyan din po doon prayer room. Pero doon po sa kanilang prayer room, may piano. Ibig pong sabihin, pwede pong gamitin din ng mga Christian, born again. Opo, nagkakaroon naman po ng respetuhan. Wala naman pong nangyayaring kahit anong conflict. Pero ganun din po. Nakalagay din po doon na Muslim-friendly din siya. Opo, so ano po sa akin? Kung gusto niyo po yan na amendahan, palitan natin ng all religion-friendly, pwede po yan. Opo, lahat po yan. Kami po ang intention po ng panukala ay makatulong sa ating Department of Tourism. Kung ano po sa palagay ninyo ang makakaganda, yan po yayakapin po namin.
Oh, to be clear, and then I'll leave this topic, Mr. President. Section 5 of Article 3, Section 5 of the Constitution says, no law shall be made respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. The free exercise and enjoyment of religious profession and worship without discrimination or preference shall forever be allowed. And that is the principle that we are following. So I just am thinking about it. I don't know. I think we should consult some more lawyers or experts in the bills and drafting. Na when you say that it is Muslim friendly, do you in effect does that actually create a bias in favor of the practicing Muslims? Like, as a Christian, would you think of using that facility that it is clearly stated as Muslim-friendly? No, it might. So, yun lang naman yung sa akin na we're clear na especially kung gagamit ka ng public funds because there is an appropriation clause, you are not specific. I know the bill does not say that is for the exclusive use of one religion. We are not saying that, but by putting those wording, would that create that impression? And would that fall under a violation? I don't know. I am just bringing it up for us to think about because it is our job as legislators to consider the proper wording so that we abide by the Constitution and allow everyone to practice their faith with no discrimination. So,
Opo, again,
I leave it at that. Hindi
yes, ma'am.
ko alam kung anong dapat natin i-desisyonan dyan.
Yes, ma'am. Again, uulitin ko po, ito po'y bilang tulong lang sa ating Department of Tourism sa kanilang kampanya na mag-imbita po ng mga turista sa ating Pilipinas dahil sa ngayon po ang ating pong tourism ay 3% lang kumpara po sa Thailand, sa Vietnam, nalagpas po ito ng 10%, may 12%, may 15%. Ito po lang ay kasama lang po ito. Kung ito po'y magiging batas, ito po'y pwedeng gamitin ng ating Department of Tourism para po sa promotion po ng ating bansa na dito po sa ating bansa ay may mga Muslim-friendly na establishments. Kung ito po ay makakasira po at violate ng ating saligang batas, kung sa palagay po ninyo, ay ditanggalin po natin. Yan po ay, hindi po yan suliranin para sa akin. Ito po ay bilang tulong lamang po sa ating Department of Tourism.
Okay, last question, Mr. President. Is His Honor familiar with multi-faith rooms? Ito ba ay common sa ibang bansa, yung multi-faith versus specific rooms that are designated? Kasi there are certain countries that are, they establish a religion for that country. Tayo, we don't have an established religion.
So, aware ba kayo na may mga ganitong multi-faith rooms? And
Opo.
how does it, meron? How
Opo.
does it work nga? Kasi paano kung October? Sa October kasi, madalas mag-pray ng rosary ang mga Catholics. And what if nga nagpe-pray sila ng the whole day? Kasi 'di ba minsan may ganun ililid pa nga yan. Minsan sa mall meron pang may loudspeaker pa na may Angelus or whatever. Okay lang ho kaya yun? Again, hindi ko alam. Pwede ba yun na in that room may nagro-rosary, may nagdadasal ng ibang dasal? Magkakaroon ba dyan ng rules on what time, or they can share it without they can share it and be at peace with each other while they're expressing their faith?
Opo, nakikita na po natin ito. Sa Singapore lang po, marami pong prayer rooms.
Pero
At-
it is used as a multi-faith prayer room?
Opo, sa Australia po, ganyan din po, Meron nga po, naikwento ko nga po, meron pang piano sa loob, Nung
Kasi
nagdasal po ako doon, may piano pa sa loob. Siguro po, ang mangyayari po niyan, total, meron naman prescribed prayer ang isang Muslim, at ganun din naman po yung ibang religion, meron silang oras. Pwede po silang mag-sharing, hindi lang po sila siguro talaga pwedeng magsabay.
So kung merong oras ang mga Muslim, pwedeng ilagay yon na parang out of respect for our Muslim brothers and sisters kung pwedeng ito yung designated hours. Kasi sa Catholic, wala naman yata except the Angelus at 6 p.m. But other than the Angelus, you can pray the Rosary, you can pray your Our Fathers, Hail Marys, and even Christians anytime. So parang ganon, magkakaroon ng rules.
Opo, wala po ako nakikitang actually pwede po ba ito pa ang daan para magkaroon sila ng para sa akin ito yung oras para mag-usap sila, mag-sharing sila. Time for them na magkaroon ng quiet time para sa isa't isa, Opo. Para sa akin po positive po ito. Hindi po ito magiging negative, Meron lang po akong nakita sa Brunei, maganda sa Brunei, pinaghiwalay niya. Sige, marami kasi silang pera. So, hiwalay po yung prayer room ng Muslim tsaka ng Christian. Pero Brunei, as a Muslim country, meron po silang prayer room for the Christians. May piano pa nga po Opo. Ang hinihiling lang po natin sa bawat religion na magagamit niyan, wag niyang angkinin. Halimbawa, sa isang Muslim, wag din siya maglagay ng mga bagay doon na i-identify yun na sa Muslim lang. Ganon din naman po sa Christian, wag din siya mag-iiwan ng gamit doon na ma-identify yun na sa Christian lang. Kailangan ma-maintain po yung lugar na yun na talagang neutral yung lugar na yun at para yun sa Diyos. Opo, yun lang po yung hiling po natin dyan sa panukala natin.
Okay, Mr. President, those are all the questions I have. We hope that His Honor was able to consider the observations we made with the intent of making this a bill that will be positively implemented by the implementers for the sake of the Filipinos who want more time and places to be able to pray and worship. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Sponsor.
Maraming salamat po.